I'm quite busy. Need something, or can I get back to work? Maven Blackbriar wants me to keep the mead flowing, and that's what I aim to do, despite all these lazy good-for-nothings that work for us. Ever since I took over as a foreman, the production of our mead has never been more profitable. And if the meadery is profitable, I'll get rich. Get the picture? Lady Maven could buy or sell anyone in Skyrim. I wouldn't be surprised if she's the one pulling the strings around this city. She's always welcome in Mistveil Keep, and between you and me, I'm pretty sure she even has some pretty influential friends within the Empire. I'd also warn you not to cross her. She employs quite a few troubleshooters to take care of messy problems. You're crazy. How dare you make such an accusation? If word gets around that I bedded her, they'll lose all respect for me at the meadery. Take the mark if you want it. It's not worth all this hassle anyway. Good. Now maybe I can get back to work. I believe you have a delivery to make. Remember,
so what if I
keep
have a
this to
problem?
yourself.
I know how to deal with it. Maramal thinks he's so smart. Tells me that Mara will cleanse the filth from my blood. Huh! What does he know?
I'm the brewmaster around here. What did you want?
It's been good talking to you.
Welcome. Allow me to recommend the Blackbriar Mead, the purest brew in all of Skyrim.
What in the name of oblivion do you want? Of course, nothing gets done without my approval in this city. I have the Jarl's ear and the guards in my pocket. Anyone makes trouble for me and I pay a visit to the Thieves' Guild. Make me angry and I contact the Dark Brotherhood. You do well to remember that the next time you make such a stupid observation.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry, eh, lad? I'm saying you've got the coin, but you didn't earn the septim of it honestly. I can tell. Oh, but that's where you're wrong, lad. Wealth is my business. Maybe you'd like a taste. I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid. Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under a stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing. There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started. do you want me to hold your hand as well? You're going to have to sneak over to Medesi's stall and use your lockpick on the strongbox. Then, when you have the ring, you pickpocket Branchet and leave it behind. We've been contracted to make sure Branchet remembers not to meddle in affairs that aren't his own. Now, since we're not the Dark Brotherhood, we're not going to kill him. We're just going to make sure he sits in the prisons for a few days. I'm ready when you are. Just give the word.
Make love like a saber cat, or crush your enemies to dust like a giant. Only a mere 20 gold coins, and all this could be yours.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
Genuine Velvet Blood elixir for sale. Live for thousands of years. See into other people's thoughts.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
All meats guaranteed, clean and free from lockjaw.
Can I help you? Fancy yourself the adventuring type, eh? It's just as well. I doubt your combat prowess would prove valuable in a real battle anyway. I was trained by some of the finest warriors in all Skyrim to wield a blade as if it was an extension of my own arm. My mother spares no expense where I'm concerned. I'm heir to the family fortune, after all. Once I'm in charge, I have bigger aspirations than just Skyrim. I plan to bring Blackbriar mead to all of Tamriel.
Yes, champion of Azura. Until now.
Fancy yourself the adventuring type, eh? It's just...
Make love like a saber cat, or crush your enemies to dust like a giant.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from war.
Have you met Balaman? I'm his apprentice. He's teaching me all about being a blacksmith. I used to live at the orphanage here in Riften. Grelad said my ma and my da left me there when I was a baby. They didn't want me. Balaman took me in and has been so kind to me. I don't know why, but he thinks I could be a great blacksmith like him. At first, I don't know why he picked me. I never even held a hammer in my life. But the first time I picked it up, it just felt right.
Those who shirk their duties will get an extra beating. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Grellan.
And one more thing. I will hear no more talk of adoptions. None of you riffraff is getting adopted, ever. Nobody needs you. Nobody wants you. That, my darlings, is why you're here. Why you will always be here, until the day you come of age and get thrown into that wide, horrible world. Now, what do you all say?
We love you, Grellan. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your kindness.
That's better. Now scurry off, my little gutter snipes.
You really shouldn't be here. I'm sorry, but the children aren't up for adoption right now. You should go.
I'm really afraid of Grelin. When Aventus escaped, she was so mad. I got double the beatings that day.
I do hope Mommy and Father come to get me soon. Ever since that Aventus boy left, Grelin has been so angry. Come to get yourself a kid? You're out of luck. No way Grelin would let any of us get adopted. Especially not since Aventus took off. My parents dropped me off here.
This is an orphanage, not an inn. Be gone from here.
Grelin ain't gonna like some stranger just hanging around. Not that I care. Aventus Aretino. He was sent to live here after his mother died. He escaped, and before he left, he said he was going to do the Black Sacrament. You know, to call the Dark Brotherhood, so they'd come and kill old Grelin. Word out on the street is that he went home to Windhelm, and people have heard strange chanting coming from his house. He's really doing it. Until next time.
I hate it here. Grelin the Kind is the meanest person in all of Skyrim.
What do you want? You have no business being in here.
You look kind of scary. But nobody is scarier than old Grelin. Oh, Aventus Aretino? He was sent here when his mother died, but he ran away. I heard he went back to his house in Windhelm, and he's trying to get the Dark Brotherhood to come and murder Grelin. That would be so wonderful. Until next time. It's too bad the orphanage ain't letting us kids get adopted. I'd be the best son ever. Aventus Aretino? He only lived here for a while. I think his mother got sick and died or something. Anyway, he's gone now. He ran away. But Samuel told me he's back home in Windhelm and is doing some kind of dark ritual. He's trying to summon some killers to come get old Grelin. All right then. My parents dropped me off here a year ago, but they're coming back to get me. They said so.
Huh?
Grelin ain't gonna like some stranger just hanging around. Not that I care.
You really shouldn't be here.
I was named after the sound a lion makes. You know, roar!
I'm strong
Really?
and quick and can do any chore you want. Come on, adopt me. Please? I hate it here. Grelin the Kind is the meanest person in all of Skyrim. A little boy who lived here, Aventus Aretino. He was nice, but really quiet and sad, because his mother just died. He ran away, back home to Windhelm. Samuel told me he's trying to get some murderer people to come here and kill Grelin. I really hope he does. Bye.
It's too bad the orphanage ain't letting us kids get adopted. I'd be the best son ever.
I'm sorry, but the children aren't up for adoption right now. You should go. My only concern is for the children. The poor darlings have no one else. Sadly, yes. Even the townsfolk have taken to calling her Grelin the Kind. Her very existence has become something of a running joke. Grelin runs this orphanage because she's old and set in her ways and doesn't know any other life. These children need love and comfort. I try, but I'm sorry. You should go. The children aren't up for adoption, and it's cruel to get their hopes up. Besides, Grelin hates visitors. I'm sorry, no. Grelin is the headmistress here, and she's decided not to allow any adoptions right now. I wish things were otherwise. All of these children deserve a better home, but there's nothing I can do.
Riffraff. That's all you Riften people are. Riffraff. That's all you Riften people are. This is an orphanage, not an inn. Be gone from here. Riffraff. That's all you Riften people are.
It's Grella.
Leave here! Leave us alone!
Let's kill Grillin!
Grelad is dead! Aventus did it!
Hooray! Grillin the Kind is dead at last! We're saved! Yay!
Aventus really did it! He got the Dark Brotherhood to kill old Grelad.
Hurrah! Hurrah! Hooray! We love you, Dark Brotherhood!
Kill one person and you can solve so many problems. I wonder at the possibilities.
When Aventus escaped, Grilla got meaner than ever. I really thought she was going to kill one of us. Guess not.
Enough!
Kill
When
one
Aventus
person
took
and
off,
you can solve
when he
so
said
many
those
problems.
things
I
about
wonder
killing
at the
Grillad,
possibilities.
I never imagined he was serious.
No more! I yield! I yield!
Kill one person and you can solve so many problems. I wonder at the possibilities.
Ah! Victory is yours! I submit!
Put that down. I can't believe it! Grelad is dead? She's really dead.
Working at the Riften fishery is tough, but it puts some coin in my pocket.
My husband, Bercy, will be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough about himself.
What brings you to Balamon today? Repair? Purchase? People say I'm making gold off of other people's misery, but what else would I do? Smithing is all I know. Next time one of my shields deflects a killing blow, they'll change their tune. You wish to do what I do? Very well. Smithing's been in my blood for generations. I owe my success to my forefathers and their recipe for flame. The secret is my forge. It consumes fire salts, a strange mineral that burns as hot as red mountain lava. Well, it was. Sadly, this forge is dying, and I've used the last of my fire salts. If I can't feed it soon, it may grow cold. You will? Thank you. 10 pinches of fire salt should give me all I need to bring this forge back to life. A flame Atronach's body might provide fire salt. They're dangerous creatures that can be summoned by wizards. Of course, it would be much easier to check with an alchemist. They occasionally have them for sale. Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will do. The forge knows the difference.
All the crime and corruption in Riften is really getting to him. And now that we hear rumors about the dragons, he's been very depressed.
Make love like a saber cat, or crush your enemies to dust like a giant. Only a mere 20 gold coins, and all this could be yours.
Be careful.
How can a humble servant of Talos help you today? Talos bless you, my child. He's the protector of man, the dragon of the North, the patron of all Nords. And despite the Imperials and their treaty, he will always be one of the 9 divines. A devout Nord would rather fall in battle and have his blood spill upon the earth than allow the Empire to strike his name from the divinity. Talos is part of our culture. He's part of our heritage and our tradition. He's Skyrim personified. To suddenly have all that wrenched away is like losing someone you hold dearly in your heart. The Empire already took my daughter from us, but by Talos, they will not take our homeland. I trained our daughter Lilia as a healer to one day tend the shrine of Talos and replace me as a priestess of Talos. When the fighting began over the white gold concordat, she ran off to join the Stormcloaks. She had her father's fire. How could I say no? She died out there, only having tended to the wounded soldiers for a few months. We never even found her body. The Empire burned all the dead. Talos preserve you. Blessings of Talos upon you.
Now I remember. You're that new member of the Companions. So, you what? Fetch the mead? Best offense is a good defense, am I right?
Did you get that purchase agreement to Markarth yet? Remember to give at the temple.
You're a stranger here too, huh?
My food is the best in all of Skyrim. Always as fresh as the day it was collected. I picked up a trick from a butcher in Elenir, a small town over the border in Hammerfell. He showed me a way to grind up ice wraith teeth and use it as a preservative. Keeps everything cold and fresh, but only for a limited time. I'm always looking to replenish my supply, so if you ever come across 5 of them, I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands. Thanks. I was actually worried I'd run out. Well, I'd be careful if I were you. I hear the Nords hunt them for some kind of initiation rite. Not all of them end up victorious. The last traveler that traded me some said he found them at a place called Ancient's Ascent. Careful, though. Rumor has it a dragon makes its home there. They live below the streets in the Ratway like dirty animals. And trust me, they're no better than the vermin that slink out of there for scraps. They make it difficult for decent people to earn a living. Of course, not many decent people live here in the first place. They live below the streets in the Ratway like dirty animals. And trust me, They're no better than the vermin that slink out of there for scraps. They make it difficult for decent people to earn a living. Of course, not many decent people live here in the first place. It's Riften's name for the sewers beneath our feet. Absolutely disgusting. If you fancy keeping your purse filled with gold and your head on your shoulders, I'd stay out of those awful tunnels. See for yourself. Be careful looking for those teeth. Those little bastards are dangerous. My food is the best in all the
Sure,
world.
I'm a dirty beggar. Why would you want to even speak to me? Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Until next time.
Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone.
What in the name of oblivion do you want? I don't have time for idle chit-chat. What is it?
I've never
You're a
seen
stranger
Noel this
here
upset
too,
about
huh?
anything. The city really gets to her.
Visitors like us are rare in this part of Skyrim. I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, Elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between. Many years ago, I lost my blade, Grimsever, within a Dwemer ruin. I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and trust.
Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone.
To call it a guild is ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and tradition. These thieves are just rabble. What do you think?
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
You know, I'm beginning to respect you. Other than Erin, you seem to be the only other person I've met I might be able to trust. Since we share the same opinion of them, let me warn you that they're recruiting others to join their guild, and you should be cautious. It's been difficult. I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself, and I keep running into impossible obstacles. Corruption, lies and deceit are the order of the day here. If it wasn't for Erin, the young man who saved my life, I think I'd already have given up long ago. It was Erin who found me dying outside of a Dwemer ruin. If he hadn't brought me here and nursed me back to health, I would have died. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason. So I stayed. Maven Blackbriar, the matriarch of the family, represents everything that's wrong with this city. She's bribed countless officials, has friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves' Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften's citizens from her family, but to no avail. Well, there is Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. She likes to spend time down in Elgrim's elixirs working on her alchemy. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son. Spoiled brat and heir to her empire. He follows her word like a loyal dog follows its master. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder. Safe travels.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
Well met, friend. How can I help you?
I've never seen me old this upset about anything. The city really gets to her.
Could I interest you in some fine goods from Morrowind? I may be Dark Elf by birth, but I was raised Argonian. Through reasons I'm still trying to discover, I ended up orphaned, then taken in by a kindly Argonian family in Black Marsh. I hope one day to find out what happened to me, how I ended up like that. Just one. I know when I was found by my Argonian father, I was wrapped in a blanket bearing the symbol of House Telvanni. It was one of the great houses in Morrowind long ago. Whether that means I was one of them or not, I'm uncertain. If you come across anything in your travels that might provide me with the answers I'm looking for, I'd be grateful. Thank you. I learned that a matron who had served for House Telvanni had escaped Morrowind during the Accession War. Records showed her buying passage aboard a sailing vessel named the Pride of Telvos, but that's where the trail ran cold. I spent years looking for what became of the ship, but I ended up empty-handed. Anything you can find would be of great help. Good luck.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
You gonna buy something? Or just here for training? Otherwise, move on. There are ruined sewer tunnels beneath the city. The only way I know how to get in there is through a door off of the canal. If I were you, I'd keep my feet dry and stay up here. Look, I've moved all over Skyrim selling these bits of junk, and I'm barely scraping by. I'm not out to win friends, and I could care less if you're happy about your purchase or not. I just need the coin. The sooner I get out of Skyrim, the better. Are you serious? The war is tearing the land apart. The dragons have returned seeking who knows what. Skyrim is going nowhere, fast. If I were you, I'd pack up and get out of here before you end up in one of those burial cairns. Come back when you're ready to spend more gold. Goodness knows I could use it.
All meats guaranteed, clean and free from lockwood.
My husband Bercy will be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough about himself. All the crime and corruption in Riften is really getting to him. And now that we hear rumors about the dragon...
The fairest prices and the highest quality in Skyrim.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
Well,
Greetings,
my friend.
honored
How
friend.
can I help
Could
you?
I interest you in some fine jewelry? Not well, I'm afraid. That Brynjolf, he keeps draining the people's pockets with his ridiculous miracle cures. A few months ago, it was Troll Fat Salve, and now he's got something new. Not that there's anything that can be done about it. He's in good with the Thieves' Guild. I do. Sadly, I'm one of the few traditional Saxhleel jewelers that remains in Tamriel. It's becoming a lost art. Only trouble is gathering materials has become hazardous. The roads to the mines and to the other cities are thick with bandits, and worse. Would you be interested in gathering some materials for me? I'd certainly be happy to compensate you. Thank you, Landstrider. I'm seeking a small list of items to complete my next creation. 2 flawless sapphires, a mammoth tusk, and a chunk of gold ore. Safe travels, Landstrider.
I've never seen me all this upset about anything. The city really gets to her.
The fairest prices and the highest quality in Skyrim.
Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone.
Aha! A fellow Nord. I trust you're bringing the fight to the Empire? If your allegiance lies with the Empire, we haven't much to discuss. They mean to take our history and crush it all in the name of some damn treaty. The soil
No!
our feet,
Do not
steeped
bark!
in the blood of our ancestors. We've
No!
fought for this land and died for. I lost my own daughter to the Imperial dogs, and by Talos I'll not lose anyone else. They mean to take our history and crush it all in the name of some damn treaty. The soil beneath our feet is steeped in the blood of our ancestors. We've fought for this land and died for it. I lost my own daughter to the Imperial dogs, and by Talos I'll not lose anyone else. Lilia joined the Stormcloaks many years ago, when the first of the skirmishes broke out across Skyrim. I was so proud of her. She served as a battle maiden, using her healing arts to help those that fell on the battlefield. Never even lifted a blade in her life. It didn't matter. The Imperial soldiers cut her down, killed her like a dog, and left her body to rot in the mud. And that's why I won't rest easy until every single Imperial soldier joins her, and Ulfric sits upon the throne of Skyrim. Support Ulfric or die trying. There's nothing in between.
People of Riften, heed my words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence. This is one of the signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons filled with your vile liquids, and embrace the teachings of the Handmaiden of Kine.
No, Marmal. We talked about this. Talon?
Kirava, certainly we can come to some sort of an understanding. These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Enough. Never seen me all this upset about
Heard of the
anything.
dragons and their return. There's no need to use them as an excuse to harass our customer.
People of Riften, heed my words.
Yeah? What's your
The
problem?
return of the dragons is not mere coincidence. This is one of the signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons filled with your vile liquids, and embrace the teachings of the Handmaiden of Kine.
No, Marmal. We talked about this. Talon?
Kirava, certainly we can come to some sort of an understanding. These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Enough, Maramal. We've all heard of the dragons and their return. There's no need to use them as an excuse to harass our customers.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove myself from this den of iniquity.
We're not kicking you out. Just keep the sermons at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
Blessings of Mara upon you. How may I help you, my son? Of course. I'd be more than happy to add a donation to our charity box. Right now, the best you could provide is coin. We need all the help we can get. Thank you. I can promise you that this will be put to good use. Mara's domain encompasses the emotions we strive the most to embrace: love, compassion, and understanding. It's difficult to appreciate her gifts in these dark times, but you should consider her light a beacon in the storm. Wonderful. Where to begin? Mara is the goddess of love. The temple spreads her gifts by tending to the sick, the poor, and the lost. We also perform wedding ceremonies for all the loving couples in Skyrim. Yes, if you were ready, of course. Are you familiar with how marriage works in Skyrim? Typically, love in Skyrim is as earnest as the people who live here. Life is hard and short, so there's little room for long courtship. A person who is looking for a spouse simply wears an amulet of Mara about the neck, showing they are available. When another person shows interest and the two agree to be together, one of them comes to the temple and we arrange a ceremony. Here you are. Now, remember, people in Skyrim respond to deeds. You'll find more people interested in your love if you help them. Good luck. Mara bless you. May you return to her benevolence in safety.
Yeah. What's your problem?
I've never seen Miol this upset about anything. The city really gets to her.
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason.
Aha, a fellow Nord. I trust you're bringing the fight to the Empire?
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. If I can interest you in one of our special drinks, you let me know.
Yeah. What's your problem? Yeah. What's your problem?
Come quietly or taste the Jarl's justice. You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
I'm staying out.
God, it's another fight.
What do you think you're doing?
Business. I don't think there's a need for that.
Did that really?
Easily not.
The white will take you. By the gods!
Yeah? What's your problem?
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. If I can interest you in one of our special drinks, you let me know.
Yeah? What's your problem?
Looking for work? I need someone to deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar. Well, I recently approached Sibby Blackbriar about buying Frost, one of the finest breeding horses in Skyrim. He agreed to sell. I paid Sibby half the cost of Frost up front, but before he could deliver, Maven had him locked up. Sibby believes this exempts him from our deal. It does not. I want you to talk to Sibby for me. Then I want you to bring me Frost and the lineage papers that prove the horse's worth. Good man. You won't regret it. Head to the Riften jail and talk to Sibby. Get him to tell you where Frost and his lineage papers are and bring them to me outside Riften. You'll be well paid for your time. I'm not exactly comfortable around guards or jails. Definitely not when associates of mine have been locked up. No, I'll meet you outside of town. No idea, but whatever he did, it must have angered Maven. No guard would lock up a Blackbriar without the old lady's permission. I'll meet you outside of town.
I've never seen me all this upset about anything. The city really gets to her.
Well met, friend. How can I help you?
Aha, a fellow Nord. I trust you're bringing the fight to the Empire?
Yeah? What's your problem? I knew that stupid kid would try and find a way to weasel out of his debt. Look, this is really simple. I lent him some gold, he promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. End of story. All right. I guess I made enough from his shipment. No need to waste any more time threatening a stable hand. Tell Shadra he doesn't owe me anything. I hope we bump into each other again. Look, I already said Shadra doesn't owe me a thing, so get off my back. Look, I already said Shadra doesn't owe me a thing, so get off my back.
My skill in battle is unmatched. Fortunately for you, that skill can be bought. Why settle for just stabbing your foes when you can roast them alive in a gout of arcane fire?
Look, I already said Shadra doesn't owe me a thing, so get off my back.
What can I get you? Mead? Wine? Come back and see us again. Looking for a place to stay? Head north to Winterhold. There's a college there. They teach magic. Most Nords don't care for them. Else you could go see the Jarl's wizard. Might be able to help you.
Riften's biggest exports used to be fishing and honey until the Blackbriar family moved in. Now the meadery is the biggest game in town. The city guard has been tearing Riften apart, looking for the source of our skooma problem. I'd hate to be in their shoes if they get discovered. Sibby Blackbriar is furious that his ex-lover tried to murder him. He's leaving no stone unturned searching for her. If it's true that the dragons have returned, what will it mean for all of us? Is this how it all ends?
Come back and see us again.
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. If I can interest you in one of our special drinks, you let me know. Disgusting. Ruined sewers filled with goodness knows what. There's an entrance down by the canal, but I'd highly advise you to stay out of there. It's the Thieves' Guild's territory. They're vermin. Garbage. They're exactly what makes this city such a horrible place to live. How appropriate they should live in the Ratway with the rest of the trash. I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting. I was hoping you'd offer. I didn't think it was my place to ask such a favor of you. I thank you. Every Argonian wedding proposal band is supposed to have 3 flawless amethysts as part of their design. 2 of the gems, the ones on the outside, represent the couple to be married. 1 for the husband, 1 for the wife. The amethyst in the center represents the Hist, the entity that all Argonians consider a sacred part of our lives. 3, in fact. They're my own recipe. Brought them over here from my days as a bartender in Gideon. First is the Velvet Lechance, which is a mixture of blackberry, honey, spiced wine, and a touch of nightshade. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Second, we have the White Gold Tower, which is heavy cream with a layer of blended mead, lavender, and dragon's tongue on top. Last, and only for the bravest of souls, we have the Cliff Racer, which is firebrand wine, Cyrodiilic brandy, Flynn, and Sujamma. Depends. Are you thirsty, hungry, both? If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.